The topic is on water crisis in urban areas and its remedial measures. Water is one of the basic ingredients in the universe. Hence, water resources of a country constitute of one of its vital assets. Water is critical for societies not only for its uses in drinking and household uses but also for its equally need in agricultural and industrial sectors. The demand for this essential substance has been increasingly growing day by day owing to population growth and rapid urbanization. It is a matter of the fact that the planet Earth is comprised of about 75% water and 25% of the land resources. But the entire water around us is not drinkable and usable, as 90-70% of this total quantity is saline. Now discussing on the water status of our country, India is bestowed with 4% of world freshwater resources inclusive of both surface and groundwater reservoirs. It is also learned from the informed sources that the per capita annual availability of usable water in the country was 5,277 cum during 1955, and subsequently it was reduced to 1,820 cubic meter in the year 2001, and now it is again expected to go down beyond 1,000 cum by 2050 due to tremendous growth of population mingled up with diversified uses of the water. It is needless to mention that about 50 to 60% of population out of the anticipated 1.6 billion staying in urban areas during 2050 would be likely to suffer a lot on account of their additional demand for water. The urban authorities by then would also be constrained to search for new water resources for fulfillment of their water need. What are the current issues now? Non-availability of needful amount of potable water in urban localities has been a matter of great concern since last few decades. The gravity of this situation is gradually growing up in all the developed countries as well as in developed countries too. This is in view of the reason that the planet Earth is fast moving toward the water scarcity due to insensible man-made activities. Environmental degradation caused due to global warming followed by climate change is the root cause of drying up of the water bodies. Although it seems to be unbelievable that, but it is a fact that a rural woman now usually walks about 1,000 kilometers or even more than that in a year to fetch water from distant places. But in spite of experiencing a lot of difficulties, the water brought by them is not free from pollutants. Rather, it is found to be contaminated with the harmful if elements. So, what are the causes of water pollutions? Number one, dumping of rubbish at the riversides and coastal belts contaminate the water severely. Second, rampant disposal of wastewater, sewage water, industrial waste, and chemical materials, etc., into the drains, main streams, and rivers. The third one was throwing away of the dead animals and other wasteful things into the water bodies and floating of carcasses of aquatic animals in the water bodies. Number fourth one is irrational and faulty human interventions, and lastly it is insensitive attitude of people. So first of all, these activities should be stopped at once without further loss of time to have good amount of potable water, because intake of contaminated water causes death rates of near about 8.42 lakhs people in the country each year, that too alone with diarrheal death. In furtherance with this, gradual depletion of water sources has threatened the urban administration and shaken the society as well due to acute shortage of water. So now let us discuss about the reasons of depletion of water sources and our water bodies. Number one, umpteen installation of unauthorized bore wells and tube wells points, ignoring the groundwater resources. Unjudicious use of water in our day-to-day life, especially unnecessary consumption of water in bathrooms, toilets, hotels, motels, swimming pools, open yards, gardens, agricultural and industrial sectors, etc. The third one is overlooking to the leakage and wastage of water in the water supply system. And the fourth one, lack of conservation of rainwater in sequel causes water scarcity in post-monsoonal period. So, keeping these factors in view, action deemed fit ought to be taken outright to rejuvenate the water bodies and check the unnecessary wastages. So, let us discuss about the effective steps for this improvement. Management issues have now become more critical than development issues while taking care of city water supply system. These are basically number one, optimization of treatment to achieve maximum recycling and use of wastewater in various sections. Use of water in non-consumptive waste has to be checked and stopped, mostly in energy sector and also in other fields. The third one is adoption of innovative technologies for yielding of good amount of water in the water bodies is one of the number one methods. Now, adoption of special techniques for conservation of monsoon and storm water with this taking into consideration of its safe disposal of excess water. To follow sound maintenance practices aiming at complete checking of spills and leaks in the supply system. Use of higher efficiency pumping equipments in related machineries is one of the suitable methods also. And implementation of public-private participation to reform on the security of drinking and usable water in cities is most essential. But at the same time, the urban authorities should also look into the factors as I am narrating now. First of all, a comprehensive master plan of the city water supply system should be prepared by the concerned authorities. It is most essential to prepare it for a long-term basis, at least for 50 years, with taking into consideration of diversified use of water, urban population with its updation in every 5 years. Similarly, improvements over the low level of service coverage should be done. Identification and consideration of significant volume of non-revenue water that are not affecting very much to the users, it is to be taken into consideration. However, aiming at providing clean water to every household and get rid of the prevailing status of inequalities among the urban people, rooftop harvesting techniques should be adopted in individual houses for collection and safe storage of rainwater and the storm water. But why emphasize for the rooftop harvesting? This is only due to inadequacy of vast open spaces in urban areas on account of thickly positioning of houses, buildings there. So this rooftop harvesting is the best way of conserving adequate amount of water and for its future use. Thanks.